Alright, so today is day 5 with Strife. Today we're pretty much just going to be focusing on XP farming, and we're going to look at our tubby comms and stuff like that, just to see what else the character has going for him. That'll probably take up most of our day. I'm really interested in this skill now, since it is a 5 out of 5 skill instead of a 1 skill, like a 1-point skill, which is what I thought it would be. Because at 5 points, this is minus 125% enemy gun and melee damage, which I don't really understand why or how, but I'm imagining it's like a multiplicative thing, and the enemies will probably deal like 40-ish% of their true damage or something like that, I would have to imagine. So we'll find out as we go. And yeah, we're pretty much going to spend the first part of the day getting a new XP relic, and then we'll do some clan wars, and then we'll farm tubbies. What level is the Herald? Oh boy, XP. It's level 51, we're level 58. It's still trying though. I didn't even try to roll it high, but it's 7.8. Getting distracted is fine apparently. This is slightly better. Clearly on the card it says that it's upgrade 8 when it could be upgrade 11, which would be more XP. And it'd probably be like 8.5%, something like that, but that's still more XP. I don't have any boost. Hold on. Let's just drive around. We'll go the normal way. You feel so bad for console players, them loading. Yeah, them load times are nuts. It's not as bad as it used to be. I played on the Xbox 360. You could just fall asleep on a loading screen, especially if you were playing late at night. That's how bad it was. I spent many a childhood afternoon, or like many a childhood night, just playing the game, and then I would get tired over time, and then I would hit a loading screen, and that's when you would just die. You just conk out. Because there was just, you were sitting there for like 3 minutes. The screen was like just a splash, and there was just one spinning gun on it, and that's it. That's all there was to focus on. Alright, so, to farm McZafford, and to save us multiple hours of slow, exciting farm, we're gonna go ahead and mess with the spawn multiplier mod, change it to 25, and then just go here, turn. Incredible. Cool. We have hit level 80, so we are good to go. This is our current idea for the character. There's not a whole lot in Right Tree that we're like substantially interested in, and a lot of the, well, kunai is way too far down, basically. So we're not really going to be able to grab that. We've got our lifesteal, we've got killing blow just in case, we've got our status effect duration down, which is really, really nice. We've pretty much full-spec'd this tree except for the Hyperion Allegiance and the weapon accuracy, because we're not using Hyperions, and if we just zoom in, we're accurate. So that's enough for that. Pretty much every skill is either a general damage up, or a swap speed type of thing, or an amp shield type of buff. Boar is still here, so we do have Boar on this character. And then there's a couple of interesting skills over here. So we've got some damage reduction, reduced enemy accuracy, we've got some movement speed and some jump height if our shield is broken. We've got basically just the highlight thing that Boar does, but has its own skill with extra zoom. We've got Cyclone Lash, which basically gives us like the antagonist or like kinetic reflection type skill. We've got Auger Round, which just makes our Infiltrate shot deal more damage. We have Invigorate, which gives shield and some ammo regen, which is super nice. We have Demoralize, which reduces enemy damage whenever we have a kill skill, which we're going to have to actually test that really, really quick. We have Shield Restoration on action skill use, and then we have a chance to absorb damage and convert it into cooldown reduction. Okay, we have a kill skill right now. We still take a lot of damage, so I don't know how good it is, but if we go ahead and trigger a kill skill here, go ahead and let them kind of just like shoot us a little bit, yeah, we still take pretty substantial damage. So it's not as strong as it would appear to be, but it'll maybe save us. I don't know. So yeah, from here, we're just going to go ahead and work on tubbies, and then we might get some general gear. Oh, okay. Okay, so yes, we have all of our class mods, and we're going to talk about them. But there's a custom quest that I didn't see, which we are 100% going to go do. So let's go ahead and look at the class mods we got. There are only 3 from what we know. So we've got the Legendary Spook, which replaces our Legendary Killer. We've got our Adjudicator, which replaces our Sniper. And we have Asp, which replaces the Ninja, it would appear. So the Spook reduces recharge delay of all your shields by 2 seconds. It adds extra crit damage. That's already super nice and neat to look at. This provides minus 100% status effect duration. It increases the damage of... Okay, so it's 30% fire rate and damage increase, but it's not showing on the card anymore, which is kind of weird. It provides fast hands, which is super sick. It provides 100% more amp damage instead of like the 50. And then it also provides waylay, which is increased damage to enemies that are looking at you or you are behind them. So that's super cool for that. We'll probably run this realistically already. Adjudicator, this gives us shotgun damage, 68% more. Shotguns have a 25% chance to fire twice, so it's built in two-fang, which is kind of neat. We've got the extra weapon accuracy, so this is more of like your legendary sniper used as a shotgun comm type of thing. We've got more heavy ordnance once again. We've got the ambush skill once again. We have more invigorate, so it increases it to 4% shield recharge a second while invis and 5 more ammo per second while invis. And then it buffs demoralize, which doubles it, but I still don't think it would be very strong because we tried messing with it earlier and it didn't really push the enemy damage down a whole lot. So this comm is very interesting and I might make a build around it eventually, but I don't think this will be the one we use. And then the Asp, which all corrode status effects have increased duration by 50% and they deal more damage. Okay, so once again, status effect wiping, increased all corrosive and corrode damage, which is a lot, so that would be super cool. After striking the enemy, you activate reversal shift, increasing your elemental damage for 3 seconds. Okay, so even more elemental damage. And then shooting an enemy with elemental weapon grants a stacking bonus of damage. It can stack up to 5 times, and it increases your elemental effect chance and elemental effect damage per stack, which is also kind of fun. This could be an interesting comm so far. And then it also provides 2 momentum, so that's extra movement and jump height while we are invis. So this could be interesting, running like a weird build with this. I think, once again, probably the Spook will be our preferred comm. The Infiltrator definitely held us down for a while, and it has very interesting skills on it. But I think we're going to be rocking the Spook. So this is super duper cool. And we're going to go see what that custom quest is about now, because I want to know what that is first. So this replaces Defend the Slab Tower, and it gives you a unique gun called Nox, which increases the efficiency of his energy conversion skill. And our energy conversion skill is here. so it gives us even more of a chance to absorb damage and get faster action skill cooldown rate for it. I'm assuming it increases our action skill cooldown to 40% if we take damage, which would be cool, but I don't know yet. Okay, yeah, so it is. Cool. So this is just the defense quest, but it's a little harder, apparently. Okay. So what makes this mission interesting? I don't do this quest very often, so I can't tell you exactly when or how it's going to be harder. I will say, I think getting a herald before we started the quest would have been a great idea. We probably will still be able to hold it down though, hopefully. It just might be a little closer. Right, we pushed the line way back to where we were, but yeah, I know that they're going to start spawning on top of us and eventually up top. So we still need to be pretty darn careful here. Huh. They nearly one-shot that. That is absolutely terrifying, actually. Okay, so yeah, we need to be a lot more careful with how we treat this. Okay, just kidding. It's done. Cool. So let's go ahead and see what the reward is. Oh, it's a Hyperion. Okay. So this makes sense now. I kind of like that skin. That's really, really clean. That black skin with a little bit of corrosive on it. That's super cool. So it is just a Hyperion SMG with energy conversion being doubled when it's held. And yeah, it feels like just an SMG. We're gonna go ahead and not hold it and see what our action skill cooldown is like when we get shot. And then we're gonna hold it and see just how noticeable of a difference it is. Alright, so we burn our action skill. Okay. So we're not really getting a whole lot of cooldown back from just being attacked, which we're not supposed to get an insane amount back, but I would have expected probably to have gotten it back by then. And then we go ahead and use it again. It's definitely moving the bar, and this does do really nice damage. But it's also probably the B shield talking. But yeah, it's an interesting idea. I do like it. It is kind of nice that it's corrosive because that does let us deal with pretty much everything in DigiPeak. And that being said, I'll probably use it in DigiPeak. I'm kind of wondering what this is. Like, is it actually a unique? Or is it like a retexture and a rename? I couldn't tell you. We could try turning the game back to vanilla and seeing what it does. Commerce. Oh, okay. I don't know why I kept calling it convergence. It's commerce. Yeah, duh. So it's just this, but interesting. That's cool. That's a good use of that. Yeah. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead and put that in top slot. We'll put the Maggie down here. We are going to want a couple of things. So we want a relic that's useful. So a bone would be cool. We want a grenade that'll be useful. So probably just any old slag grenade, probably. And then since we do have energy conversion, or not that one, auxiliary system, we will need like a Moxie heal or something like that. And we'll probably run a Herald with it. And then just a Bada, because Bada. The shield just feels so small. Did I just get a... So we got a Herald from the Monglit, I guess. Okay, yeah, this is fine. It's got a bandit grip. That's enough to work with. Yes, this game is weird. Okay, we got a Bada. It is corrosive. We could use that in peak. That would be totally fine to use. Does he take corrosive dots? Does he take damage over times? Hold on. It can take dots. I didn't know that. How did I not know that? I mean, like, even the ice underneath the bridge in Mercenary Day takes a damage over time. Of course this takes a damage over time effect. That's super weird, though. Alright, so we got our Pandemic. So if we do want to run that corrosive build, we could definitely do that. I think it would help deal a lot of damage for that specifically. Because we could make it deal like 30% more damage, and then the corrosive dot itself would deal like 60% more, because numbers are hard. And then you would have reversal shift, which would make it deal 20% on top of that. And then you would have more elemental effect damage on top of that, and it would be sick. So yeah, that could be cool. But this is pretty much everything for... Oh, I forgot to get a bone. Let's get a bone. Okay, we got a shock bone, and we got a corrosive bone. Actually, for peak, I think these are totally acceptable. So that is cool. That will go ahead and probably do it. This is our build we're going to walk into DigiPeak with. I might pick up a trash slag grenade tomorrow. But for today, this is good. This feels good. Our character feels pretty well rounded overall. We're a little bit squishy, which I've already noticed. But hopefully in DigiPeak we should be able to juggle it a lot better. And he should be fine through peak. Alright, yeah. Day 5. Why y'all put cheese on my cheeseburger?